And then marshals, please watch your corner. Please watch your corner, not the race. And then drivers on the sound of the tone. So let's see. Everybody so far so good. All right, we are racing as they go through the first jump line, through the second jump line. Triple, 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 triple. Woohoo! Everybody lands it nicely. Pat yourself on the back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dave with an early pass as Jeffords moves over, and Nate he says, there's a door open. I'll just drive right through it. As out front, Brian Shook clears the triple downsides nicely by Ryan and Brannon. Everyone is driving excellent as McLean and Nate. Uh-oh. A little bobble. And then Darren gets his fast feet check. He passes that test. Thank you, Darren. But out front, it's Shook as he lands a triple nicely. Ryan and Brannon are going at it as they are separated. Uh-oh. Let's see how it goes down the straightaway. You're good. There was plenty of space there. Uh-oh. Nate Clark splits him. Nate splits him, says thank you very much. As Dave is taking it as, leader's down. Let's see. Brian needs to get his W body on as he overjumps a triple. Flatlands it a little bit. But we got an excellent battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth as Ryan is not having a good time with this one. Down the straightaway goes McLean and Brannon, longtime foes on the track, good friends off the track, as they are been racing stock and mod for the past 3 or 4 years. Definitely awesome to see, and I can learn everything I can from these guys as they get an open wheel battle, as they go wheel to wheel, and they wait for each other so they can keep battling. But out front, it is Brian Shook, his last lap with a 15.6. He's on a 22.6 flat. Nate's 15.6. He's on a 22.6.11, trying to defend his TQ time. Brandon's in the 4 with a 17.6. He's on a 21.6.12 to McLean's sweeper. Somebody's got to move. Somebody's got to move. If you look at it and don't move, it doesn't help anybody. You have to make a decision, marshals. As soon as you look at it and don't move, that doesn't help anybody. But on the track, we got Brian's 23.6.11 to Nate Clark's 15.7 to 22.6.04 to Westhoff's 22.6.14 to Dave McLean's 21.6.06 to Beauchamp's 26.04, Rick Jeffords 26.06. So we got great racing going on everywhere on the track as the leader goes down. As Shook is right just ahead of Nate Clark as they both hit the triple at the same time. So it's Shook and Nate both on a 23.6.10 for Nate. Beauchamp lets everybody makes it through. Excellent job right there. Brian gets a little crazy. Beauchamp's kind of caught in the middle in limbo as Nate cases it a little bit. Let's see. Out front is Brian, followed by Brannon, followed by Rick and Nate. But Brian is out front on a 22.6 flat as he has dropped off his super close to TQ pace. Nate is enjoying that. He's on a 22.6.06 to Dave McLean 6.15 to Ryan 6.16 to Brannon 6.05 to Rick Jeffords 6.07. So great racing all across the track as 1 and 2 are separated by about a corner, and 4th and 5th and 6th are separated by about a corner. And that leaves Dave McLean and Rion Westhoff separated by just about a corner. So everywhere they go, it's in pairs as the leader goes down again with Brannon and Rick Jeffords getting it done as Nate Clark is trying to reel in on Brian Shook as Dave McLean and TLR buddy Rion Westhoff are definitely sending it as Dave cases the triple and Connor gets him going as they can resume this battle. Table. And out front, Brian is doing everything he can to drive away from Nate Clark. Sweeper. As Nate is doing everything he can to catch back up. A couple bobbles here and there are definitely separating everybody. As Brian Shook is on his 23-lap pace again. He's on a 23.6.13 to Nate's 22.6.02 to Ryan's 22.6.10 to Dave McLean's 6.15. Triple. That popular triple is claiming everybody as everyone has cased it at least once. As the leader comes through, as he makes it by Rick Jeffords, as Dave McLean enjoys his sweeper as he gets out of the way of second. As Nate clears the triple. Let's see how he does the second triple. Nate lands that nice and smooth on the downside. As Shook's car gets a little wild as he gets onto the straightaway. But he is on a 23.6.11. He's super close to that TQ pace, even with all the crashes. If he hadn't crashed, he might be on a 24. But he is getting it done as Nate is doing everything he can to catch back up with Rick Jeffords and Dave McLean on an excellent battle there, 7 seconds apart. And then Ryan and Brannon are super close to each other on the track as well.
1 minute left.
1 minute left, drivers, 1 minute left. And Brian Shook, his last lap of a 15.6, gets him to a 23.610, but he is still off as he is on a 23.612. To Nate Clark's 23.615. To Rion Westhoff's 22.612. To Brannon's 21.607. To Dave McLean's 26.06. Ryan comes across with a 15.8. He's on a 22.611. As Brian comes across with a 16.1. He's still on a 23.612. And Nate Clark is reeling him in slowly and surely with 25 seconds left. Maybe 2 laps to defend his TQ as he's still trying to get it done. He's on a 23.614 to Shook's 23.611. 23.611 to Nate Clark's 15.4 to Brian Shook's 15.6. Sweeper is clear. As we had a battle for the TQ. Let's see, Brian, can he get it done? As he comes across on a 23.611.04 to Nate's 23.613. Dave McLean comes across on a 23 flat. Drivers, finish the lap you're on. Dave, keep going, Dave. Keep going, Dave. Brannon, you are done. Let's see how it turns out for the battle for the overall TQ. Brannon, you are done. Rick, you are done. Ryan, you are done. Brian, you are done. Brian with a 23.610.3. The Nate's 23.612. And that TQ from round 1 will stand up for Nate Clark by 0.2 of a second. 0.2 of a second. So Brian Shook's 23.610.3 to Nate's first round TQ of 23.610.1. That allows Nate to keep his TQ despite the best efforts of Brian Shook.